So my name is Andrew Ecker, my mother Kathy Lindsay, my father Dale Ecker, my mother's mother Elva Gallegos, an Apache woman from New Mexico, my father's mother Evelyn Beatty, an Irish woman from Pennsylvania, my mother's father Leroy Lindsay, Apache man from Arkansas, my father's father Wayne Ecker, German and Algonquin from Pennsylvania, Dogate Andrew Ecker Yinishe, Adonne E Nishinigi E De Nishe, Irish Bashachin, E De Dashache, German Dashanali, Akote go A Tashli A Portland, Oregon, Inasha. Shema A Kathy Lindsay Woye, Shaza A Del Ecker Wole. So I come to you here in a good way this morning, just to pray the best way I know how, to be of service to my human relations. So I'm going to begin this prayer here very shortly. If you know somebody who needs this kind of encouragement, please don't hesitate to share this with them. So I see there's a few people on here already, and just want to give you permission just to share this out. And I'm getting this medicine going here. Bless myself, bless yourselves with it. So go ahead and pray right now. So Father, Mother, Creator, Source, I thank you for this opportunity to be in this prayer place that was founded before the creation of time. I thank you for the above place, the below place, the inside place, the east, the south, the west, the north, and all the holy ones that are there. I thank you for the Gan, the Kachina, the Yebache, the holy angel light beings of this land, Creator God, that I am on, the land of the Atam, Creator. And I thank you that you have made a way for us to pray today. I thank you that you have allowed for the Holy Spirit and for us to be in that place of understanding the Christ consciousness. I thank you that you have allowed for us to be blessed today in the way of coming together to pray. I thank you that you have allowed for us to be in relationship with the air, the water, the fire, the earth, gravity, time, and spirit, and that inside of this prayer place that everything is fulfilled, that all the needs are met, Creator God, that you have used the density of our own human suffering, the fear that has captivated us, to loosen us from that and to come into a place of agreement right now. And I thank you that you have allowed for us to pray today, that the warmth of the sun is against our skin and that the wind is in our hair, and that we have been called in accordance with the will of the Most High God to be loosened from the captivity of fear, the captivity of paralysis, the captivity of the inability to know what to do, Creator, in this time of great need. And I pray that you would empower us with the visionary space, the creativity, the imagination, the innovation to carry on our lives in a way that brings about a dramatic change into this whole entire culture. And we have all known that there is a time coming in which we must evaluate our relationships again, that we must evaluate our relationship to ourselves, our relationship to our family, our relationship to our community, our relationship to this great Mother Earth. And we know that that time is now. As we come into this place of great reckoning, of great reconciliation, of great redemption, I thank you that you have burned like a blue flame fire, that you have cut through the chains of captivity that have bound human beings to their isolation and to their fear. And instead, you are utilizing technology to bring us into a greater place of alignment, that you are utilizing the ability for us to sit in the stillness and to feel the earth again, that you have given us this time in which we can evaluate the things in our lives that have helped us, the things in our lives that do not serve us, and that you, the great pruner of the tree of life, has come in and removed those things that do not serve our greatest and optimal state of human design. I thank you that you have moved upon the governments of the land, that you have moved upon the city governments, the county governments, the state governments, the federal government, Creator God, and the governments of every single nation. We pray that we would be a voice unto the nations, that there would be a resonating gong, a sound of great deliverance from the people who have been called in accordance with your will, the will of the Most High, the Creator God of the universe. And we thank you that you have allowed for us to enter into this prayer place, believing that the will of the Most High shall be done, and that in this place of great reconciliation, that you have called us from the four directions, that you have called us from the above place, the below place, the inside place, that you have allowed for us to enter into this place freely, knowing that it is the power of prayer that unites human beings, and that in this energetic manifestation, that that there is a great displacement of all that which does not serve human beings. And I pray that a great catalyst of love would come upon the federal government, that a great catalyst of love would come upon every single government around the world, and that there would be an igniting power of gratitude in the armed forces, that there would be an igniting power of love upon every single person, that this would be a great time of service, that there would be a wave of conviction upon the earth, and that inside of that wave of conviction, that you would move upon every single form of government, every single form of legislative government, every single form of judicial government, that you would move upon the presidency itself, that you would move upon the Senate and the House, and that you would allow for creativity, imagination, and innovation to move upon the leadership of this land. That you would allow for us to be in a place of unification. That we would be in a place of the dissolving of the rumors, the dissolving of the accusations, the dissolving of the conspiracies, Creator God. And that which is in darkness would come to light. I pray that you would remove the blinders, that you would remove the barriers, that you would remove the curtain, Creator, and that you would allow for us to enter into the most holy of all places, the places in which love prevails. I thank you for that. I thank you for the unification of all government. I thank you for the unification beyond party lines. I pray for the Democrats. I pray for the Republicans. I pray for the independents and the Green parties and all the different parties of this governmental system, Creator God, this political system. I pray that you would move upon their hearts and that you would bring unification upon the planet, that in this time of great peril, this time of great searching, this time of great deep interpersonal relationships, Creator God, that you would move upon every single person in this land, that you would move upon the hearts of the institutions, the governments that govern the healthcare system, Creator, that you would move upon them, every single institution, every single person that's in a hospital right now. I pray that you would bless the doctors, that you would bless the activity coordinators, that you would bless the administrators, that you would bless the people working in the housing, working in the food, Creator God, working in housekeeping, working in maintenance, that every single person in the institutions of healthcare, Creator, would be empowered right now to look at their job as a great service to humanity, and that you would equip them with an energetic movement upon their hearts right now in every single part of them, in every single cell of their bodies. I pray into this place of disconnect, this place of separation, but instead that there would be an equality that would be upon the earth. And I thank you that you have allowed for us to enter into this prayer place, that you have known that this is the time in which we would reach out to you, that this is the time in which we would come together in a powerful way, that we would come together in a unified way, that we would come together to realize that there is potential in the density of human suffering, and that inside of the potential of this density of our own suffering, this entity of isolation that we are creating, that there is the power for the manifestation of love. And we release that love upon the healthcare system right now, that we move in the hearts of every single person that is feeling fear, that is working as a nurse, that is working as a caregiver, every single person that is working as an administrator, that's working as a maintenance person, every single person that is working as a laboratory tech, Creator God. I pray that you would empower them right now, that you would even put a shield of faith to protect them, an energetic shield around them, that you would even move right now in the angelic realm, and that you would send forth an assignment of ministering warring angels to devour that which our human bodies cannot devour, to devour that which our physical bodies cannot devour, because we know that it is in the place of the spiritual that we are unified. It is in the place of the spiritual that we overcome the distractions and the limitations, but instead we step into the miracle realm today, the place in which the activation of the elementals is activated, and a place in which we call upon the deities of this land, the holy people, the angels, Creator God, the ones that are working in the seen and unseen parts, that we call upon Jesus Christ, that we call upon the power in the mosques, that we call upon the power in the temples, that we call upon the power in the Buddhists and in the Muslims and in all of the different religious organizations right now, that the quality of our lives, the quality of our unification would be the power and the catalyst for the destruction of the division. I pray that all people called in accordance with the will of faith, all people called in accordance with the will of prayer, would take time to evaluate their hearts and would take time to realize their potential in the place of unification, as it is the cord of many strands that is not easily broken, as it is the unification of humanity that brings transformation to the earth, that it is the place in which we unify that brings great power upon the earth. And I thank you that it is through love that we come into this place, that it is through the abundant flow of life that we come into this place, and that into this place of great reckoning, this place of great understanding, this place of great holiness, Creator God, that you allow for us to enter into this place, not in a place in which we divide, but instead in a place in which we unify. The holiness inside of the heart temple, that place inside of every single human being's heart, that place inside of the spiritual place, the place that is incorruptible by the seeds of discourse, incorruptible by the seeds of hatred, incorruptible by the seeds of racism and economic divide and political divide, those places inside of us that bring us to that unification. I thank you that you have moved upon the healthcare system and that you have brought a wave of healing and transformation to the healthcare system, that you have even moved inside of the drug treatment, alcohol treatment facilities, and that you have blessed those who are in service to one another, that you have blessed those people that are in service to their own release from the captivity of addiction. I thank you, Creator God, that you have moved upon their hearts right now, that you have moved upon the hearts of the addicts, Creator God, the people who are in that place of suffering, reaching out for a chemical to try to alleviate the pain of their own emotions, Creator. I pray that you would move upon them right now and that you would release a great, powerful wave of love and gratitude, and that they would be able to sit in the stillness like they have never been able to sit in the stillness, that you would bring them to a place of meditative freedom, and that inside of that meditative freedom that you would meet every need according to your riches. We thank you that you are the one that owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, but you also own the hills themselves. And we release ourselves from the financial insecurity. And I pray right now that you would move upon the financial institutions of this land, that you would move upon the banks, Creator God, that you would move upon the Fed, that you would move upon the institutions of credit and lending, that you would move upon those that have a great storehouse, to release and open up the storehouse, because we know it is the wealth of the wicked that is stored up for the righteous. Not that we are righteous, but that we are imparted a righteousness from the great Most High Creator God, living inside of that incorruptible space of love inside of us. And we humbly come before you right now, believing that you have met every need according to your riches, that you have loosened the silver, the gold, that you have loosened the platinum, that you have loosened the financial credits, that there is a supernatural movement of finance coming into the lives of the people who are in need, Creator. And I thank you that you have freed us from every single financial insecurity, that you have allowed for us to proclaim the victory. Even right now, the victory is inside of us, that we go closer and closer and are drawn closer to that place of great unification with the infinite intelligence. And inside of that great place of infinite intelligence, that we are loosened from the captivity of insecurity, but instead we are in a place of divine freedom, holy freedom, as we walk upon this earth, guided and protected by love, guided and protected by gratitude, guided and protected by sympathy, compassion, empathy, and the ability to pray into the holiness. And I thank you that inside of this holiness that there is a shelter, that you are the wings that protect us, that you are the shield of faith that moves now to protect us from the arrow that flies by night, that you, the holy God, have silenced the voice of the accuser, that you have sent forth your assignment of ministering and warring angels, that there is a fiery hedge of protection around those that are called in accordance with the will of faith, in the connection to the air, the water, the fire, the earth, in connection to this holy earth right now, in connection to the star nations, in connection to all my relations. I thank you for that. I thank you that inside of this vehicle of prayer, that we have been able to seek your face, that we have been able to seek relationship again, and that inside of relationship there is the ability to create a dynamic shift inside of ourselves. And I thank you for moving upon the healthcare system, moving upon every single institution, the insurance agencies, the insurance, the people who are in responsibility for insurance, all of the agents, all of the CEOs, all of the people that are involved in these businesses, Creator God. I pray that you would move upon them, that you would move upon Humana, Aetna, Cigna, Blue Cross Blue Shield, that you would move upon United Healthcare, that you would move upon every single healthcare insurer that's out there, and that you would bring compassion and empathy to that industry, that you would loosen any sort of captivity to the need of greed, that you would move upon the pharmaceutical system, that you would move upon the scientists and the biologists and all the people that are working right now in the unseen parts of this whole tragedy, this whole place in which we have come together for for the power of peace. I pray that peace would prevail. I pray that you would allow for those instruments of your divine hand to move now in the place of education, move now in the place of revelation, that you would even bring creativity, imagination, innovation to the biologists, to the scientists, to those that are working in the unseen parts, those that are coming up with new chemicals, new alchemy, new places in which we can relieve the suffering of human beings. I pray that you would initiate a powerful wave of consciousness upon those people in those institutions. And I pray that you would allow for those individuals to be the voice of truth, that you would allow for them not to be bound up by their own insecurities, but instead that you would loosen their tongues right now to come up with solutions, that you would loosen their tongues and that they would have the power to speak up, even defiantly at times, that you would put that initiation inside of their hearts. And I'm feeling into one person right now specifically inside of that scientific realm, inside of that biology realm that knows answers, that is timid to speak their truth. And I pray right now that you would even send an energetic form of release upon them, that they would have that great intuitive knowing to speak up and to share what they need to share to the public, to share and be loosened from the place of fear, Creator God, whoever that is that's out there in those institutions of scientists, those institutions of biologists, the institutions of academia, Creator God, any of those places. I pray right now that you would fortify and that you would allow for the power of the intuitive nature to know that the great I am, the mystery of the universe, that this is their time to reach their calling, Creator God, that you would even put that on their hearts, that you would allow for them to be the voice of truth, and that if there is anything that needs to come to light, I pray that it would come to light right now, that you would even loosen their tongue, and that you would allow for them to be guided, and that supernaturally, Creator God, that they would be protected. And I pray for protection above them, below them, inside them, in the east, the south, the west, the north, that you would protect their intuitive nature of knowing that they must speak up, that they must bring the truth to light, that what is in the darkness will come to light, and that right now, inside of this prophetic utterance, that there would be a loosening of those tongues within the administration. And that inside of the loosening of the tongues within the administration, Creator God, that you would bring great revelation to the people. And that this movement of unification would begin to transform our lives right now. And I thank you for the presence of holiness. I thank you for the presence of passion, the presence of love. Oh, I thank you for you have done what we cannot do on our own. That you have already gone forth and you have already devoured the enemy of the Most High's people. The enemy of those who have called themselves an enemy of the seekers of truth, the seekers of love. That you have even allowed for the devouring of divide itself. That you have allowed for the devouring of war itself. That you have brought peace to the nations, and that right now people are putting down their guns and picking up drums, that you are even sending the vision of the angels to them, that you are sending a vision of God to them, that you are sending a vision of Allah to them, that you are sending a vision of Christ to them, that this is a great time in which we have been awakened to the air, the water, the fire, the earth, gravity, time, and spirit, that the animals themselves are singing out the praise of what it means to be called in accordance with this time, that we have been called from all four directions. We have been called from the linear conceptualization of time itself, that from the very foundations of the creation of the earth that you have called us to this time, that you have loosened us from the inability to see into the beauty, but instead you have given us the eyes to magnify beauty, that love is prevailing upon the earth, that peace is prevailing upon the earth, that holiness is prevailing upon the earth. Asenito ma kishinit ane to na teo ko mari to angesini. Sheni to kupasi ko na ta ane to remaki ko na sinita Yashone to akane to maru initu ki nita sikundashkoma ba ni to kasinita ma rukin e wakwa. Asinde tu shkine ma onkan nita ni worake bari uti sinita ba onato ankan yeshinitu raki ni satato onkan bari wakwa. Ore de ki shinita marura de kuneta ne ondasani kumati umma ba waka le to reke masana tu na kishinita ana da te to na kama ando kanito o ma konito to ma konkasani to ore yo ba basini tu mama kero undisene brava Rico Natiro, Sungiro, ma te tone ko maina, Danita Sanito mar, Mama Cadnisinitore, ma Casini, Anitu Sinita Mocanata, or Ricanisintama, Massenino Namado, Conatishinama, Onitama, Tinito Sanito, Macanstanito, Maro, Deba, Banito, Banito, Machinita, Amata, Waria, Uria Shinki, Namawa. Asinito marewa, o titira makatsinita, o riemakasinito maanditon kesinitaro makani, sinito remakashinita makona kesinito arara, asinito aketsinita makonata okani, sinita matokoma nitora makasinito aya, asinito ma, warikematsititama, banito kanito na anito kani, nora makanti sininoa, Veriti machisine de odera maconete andoa. Otina mavro katea unkaninda manina wo. Nia sanita mao. Ah. Oh. Yeah. The conquering lion shall break every chain. The Lion of Judah shall break every chain. Thank you for those that have come to take captivity captive. Thank you for those that are called in accordance with the ministry of reconciliation. Production for the means of restoration, producing to restore people, families, community, and the planet. Oh, a whole relative. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, thank you. Ooh. Oh, beauty above, beauty below, beauty beside, beauty in front, beauty behind, beauty within. I am, we are made beautiful again. Aho. Whew. Hey, love you guys. Hope you have a great day today. You know, blessings to you, blessings to your life, to your family, all your relations like that, you know. Blessings to you.